Don't worry.
Good morning, everyone. This is our annual reorganization meeting for the Select Board. My name is Scott Tucker. I'm the town manager. And Therese will, as the town clerk, will swear in the two members, Tony Tribuno and Tom Fitzgerald.
Let's do it.
Several times. Okay.
Whatever you like.
Now back to it. Yeah, there you go. Nobody can see you.
All right, raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Tom Fitzgerald,
Solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
I will faithfully execute
the office of Select Board
the office of Select Board
for a 3-year term.
For a 3-year term.
For a 2-year term. To the best of my judgment.
To the best of my judgment.
And abilities.
And abilities.
According to law.
According to law.
So help me God.
So help me
Very
God.
good.
All right, you're in.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sign and.
Any day you'd like.
Thank you.
Yep.
And compliments. Thank you all for your help last night.
Thank you. I was thinking, when was the last time we had the whole board there to help count votes?
I don't think we ever had.
DocuSign.
That was a big
issue,
deal.
don't you think?
We still never.
Yeah.
In 10 years, I don't think we've ever had the full board there.
Yeah.
Are we legal? Very good. The next item under reorganization is to elect a chairperson, and nomination is open for chairperson.
I'd like to nominate Tom Fitzgerald for chairperson.
There you go. There you go. Thank you, Charlie.
Are there any other nominations?
And you know I will acquiesce if anybody else would like to do it.
Are there any other nominations?
Nope.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing none,
Never.
all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The chairperson may take over.
I will then accept nominations for the vice chairman.
I nominate Vince Rice.
The others. Close the nomination. So Vince Rice is the only candidate that has been put up. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. How about the clerk?
I nominate Tony Tribuno.
You want to be clerk, Tony?
Don't matter.
Okay. I think John was clerk.
You want to be clerk? Neither do I.
Anyway, okay.
It's
All
a
right,
title.
so we have
Big title.
one nomination for the clerk, that being Tony Tribuno. All those in favor of having Tony be the clerk this year, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, yes. All right, motion carries.
Your meetings are typically first and third Tuesdays. Would you like to keep those?
Well, should we ask the person to your right as to whether or not that's acceptable?
She thinks it's
Yeah,
acceptable.
very good. All right, so that's, many years ago, it was Wednesdays. God forbid.
It's helpful.
Thank you.
It's helpful to be on Tuesdays. Never, ever Mondays. Thank you.
No. We have too much going on Mondays. Okay.
Is that general consent?
That is the consent, yes.
The newspaper is Deerfield Valley, has been Deerfield Valley News. That is a weekly. The other possibility could be a Brattleboro Reformer. It is your choice.
You know what the difference is in price these days?
There's not much of a difference.
Too much? But if you send it over to Brattleboro, do they do it for a number of days? How do they do it?
So we just did our 3 advertisements for your public safety.
So, okay. Yeah.
And so we did the weekends in the Reformer, and then the 3 weeks in the Deerfield Valley News, and it's gonna be about the same price.
Really?
How many times do we know how many times they actually publish?
Will be 3 weekends, so it's 3 weekend printings in the Reformer, and the 3 weeks at Deerfield Valley News. So it's 6 printings.
No, I know, but do they print during the week also?
Yes,
They're printing during the week.
so they print
more often.
5 times.
Well, I guess just so does that help out the DRB or the others sign, you know?
I think timing could be a little better. I'm not sure how much. Usually we have to wait for Tuesday in order, I mean, so if you want something in the paper and it's after Tuesday, it's going to wait until the following week on a Thursday before it's published.
The Reformer does have a longer deadline, so it's not 2 days, it's like 3 or 4 days before you want it printed.
But I guess the question comes down to who's reading the Reform of these guys?
Who's reading anything?
Oh, excuse me. Well, you know,
I don't see any reason to go off the Deerfield Valley. It's local, it's the price is around the same.
You say Deerfield Valley News, is that general
I
consent?
guess we'll have to stick with it.
We have general consent though?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Yep. Current ex officio appointments. Mr. Fitzgerald is on the DRB and the PC as an ex officio. Vince Rice is on rec. Tony Tribuno is on beautification. John LeBron is on trails. Mr. Foster is on Bytown. Are there any changes to that?
I'm on both Bytowns.
2 Bytowns?
Bytown.
You have 2 bypass?
By God, that's great, you know?
Bytown
Okay.
Economics and Bytown Marketing. Maybe for Tri-Town now.
There used to be.
Keep it saying.
We have general consent?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Anybody want to take another one on, or what are you gonna do? You know, with the PC here this year, we got the town plan. Town plan is due October 26th. Everybody just jumped up and down.
I already got Bytown.
What the hell are you doing right now?
Bytown Economic and Bytown Marketing.
What do they do? Nothing.
Lots of fun stuff.
Okay.
What do you do at DMV?
All right, next item on our agenda. On our agenda is the policy regarding conflicts of interest and ethical conduct for the town of Wilmington. Readopted, it's dated March the 4th, 2026. You should have seen those in your packets. We have made no changes to it from last year. And the next item is the Wilmington Selectboard Rules of Procedure. Again, we made no changes to that.
Did everybody have to sign the ethics form, do they?
Yes.
Okay.
We need a motion to adopt. You can do them one at a time or both together.
I make a motion to adopt the ethics policy.
What was the other one?
Select Board Rules of Procedure.
And the select board rules of procedure.
Yep.
I'll second it.
All right, on the motion and second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Yes. All right. Scott?
We are down to number 3. It is yours.
All right. Welcome any and all visitors here today. See Carolyn. Carolyn, you're all messed up today.
Yes, I managed to come down with a cold.
You did, okay.
I'm just not scared.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. And Scott, I'm going to ask you for any possible changes to the agenda. I have a list of them right here.
I have some, so we're canceling number 9, which is the solar project.
Right.
We are adding the library trustee appointment. That is Tom Young. We're adding a select board nomination to VLCT. If you wouldn't mind, that would be me. We're adding an AARP grant application. And Sam is here to talk about that when we get down there.
So Scott, this board has to approve your participation in the VLCT board?
No, I'm asking for your support.
Support, okay.
And I understand that a particular new chairman might actually draft something in support of that.
Geez. Okay. And it was my weekend, right? All right.
Oh,
Okay.
we could get to it.
Okay, all right. All right, so, all right, let's jump down, I guess, folks. Change the agenda. Let's approve the minutes of February 16th.
I make a
and
motion,
17th.
we approve the minutes of February 16th and 17th.
Can everybody vote on that one, Jessica?
No,
No, I was not here.
No, John was
Neither
not
one.
on the 16th. Charlie and John were not here on the 17th.
Oh, great.
So-
Okay, so let's do, all right, so let's do them separately. Let's
Very
approve
well.
February 16th, Tony, first.
motion to vote on the 16th.
All right, we have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and second to approve the minutes of February 16th. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, those who abstained and abstained. All right, now the 17th.
Motion to approve the minutes from February 17th.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye. I'm
Aye.
sorry. All those in favor, who can say aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
All right, Scott,
Under action items, let's do the select board to possibly appoint Tom Young to the Petty Memorial Library trustees for a 5-year term. And I believe Tom is here.
Tom, can you come up here and sit here at the microphone? Carolyn, can you come up also? We promise we won't show you terms. How's that?
In your packet was a recommendation from the trustees and also a short letter from Tom himself. Very impressive.
You know, this isn't big changes for the library. We haven't had a change like this in a long time. Yeah, this is, and especially with Lou being gone, and you. All right, so, you know, you're bailing out on us, Carolyn, and you're killing us.
No, I feel good moving forward with two new members I think would be very productive.
Okay, all right.
Good for the library.
It's just, like I'm saying, there's been a lot of change. Also. So, Tom, 5 years. Huh?
That's what I signed up for.
Well, it sounds like a sentence, doesn't it? Huh?
Actually, it's only 4.
Okay.
4 left and loose.
Oh, there's 4 left in it, all right. Okay, and you're pretty much gung ho with the Petty Library. Then.
Yeah.
Okay. Gee, this is awkward, isn't it? Huh? There's nothing else to ask him.
Well, he told you his why he wants to do it.
Right, right.
And I will tell you, the first person to bring him to my attention was our director, who said he would be really good on the board.
Okay.
And when I spoke to Louis about a week and a half ago, I told him, I know him, he'll be really good. So,
So there's no coercion here then, Tom.
No, just, it felt right. I
Okay.
didn't pursue it, Tom. I was having a conversation with the current director of the library about progress towards finding a permanent director. This was several months ago. And I think it was after that conversation that she must have talked to you.
I know the feeling.
Do you?
So anybody on the board have any questions? for
So
Tom?
this is just an appointment for 1 year, not for 4 years.
right, for 1 year. And then
He has to
you have
run.
run again.
He has to run again,
Yeah.
yeah. It's an elected
That's what
position.
I'm looking at here, yeah.
Yep,
after the 4 years.
you're right.
You're not going to see a lot of candidates on the ballot. I will tell you that.
I was gonna write you in.
No, you weren't. All right, somebody like to make a motion then?
I'd like to make a motion to approve Tom Young to the Petty Memorial Library trustees for a 1-year term, correct? It's not a 5-year?
Well, yeah, he has to
You can just do
run.
To the trustees, because he has to go on the
Okay,
ballot.
to the trustees.
All right. Do we have a second? Motion second to approve Tom Young to serve on the Board of Trustees at least for 1 year. And that's to be reelected after that, thereafter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Tom, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Therese, does he run in November or next
Next March.
town meeting? Okay.
Would you like to take your oath?
They're not even letting you out of the room without doing this.
Did you have
make it very
Mary take her
official.
oath already too?
No.
No?
Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear
Solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully
the
execute
duty of library trustee
the duty of library trustee
from this day
from this day
until town meeting 2027,
until town meeting 2027,
to the best of my judgment and abilities,
to the best of my judgment and abilities,
according to law,
according to the law.
so help me God.
So help me God.
And Carolyn, we thank you very much for your years of service.
Thank you.
You're going to be missed.
No, I'll be back as an agent for the library a couple of times.
An agent.
An agent.
Secretly.
I'm the only one who has done anything as far as putting up a shed there.
Okay.
So I told them I would carry it through. We see the DRB on the 16th.
So the shed's not completed at this point.
No, you just got the permit, right?
No, we haven't got the permit yet.
Okay, you're still working with Alex?
We have to go to the DRB
Okay.
on the 16th.
So.
He's the liaison.
Wait a minute. What's the difference between being on it and being a liaison?
Can't vote.
I can stay at home.
Okay.
Okay.
If we need to vote, I'm going to call you to come in.
Well, again, we thank you very much for it.
You're welcome.
Very, very much. And Tom, welcome aboard. Thank you. Okay. Just think in a few years, you'll be wearing one of those masks here too.
Carl likes to.
Well, you and I had a chat yesterday, and so now you come down with something, I'm going, oh, great.
But you didn't know, right?
Hey, thank you again.
Thank you.
Next up, let's take up the AARP flagship grant for $15,000. Sam is here to explain that to you. She is looking for general consent to move forward with the application.
So there's an grant for $15,000 for through AARP called their Community Flagship Grant. To be honest, I found out about it 2 days ago, and it's due today at 4 p.m. But we thought it'd be a great addition for the Veterans Memorial Park to try and continue to close that gap and supplement remaining funds that are needed. So it'd be very helpful.
All right.
Are you
can
prepared
apply.
for it?
What was
You
that?
got it all written and everything?
Yes. I was up late last night.
So what can the grant be used for?
So it can be used for anything as far as the park, what we're focusing on. Because it is AARP, they really want you to focus on seniors and 50 and up, I think is how they define that. So we're going to be using it towards most likely the granite benches that we're placing. Many other towns have been successful using benches for seating in parks. Something else positive actually that Christine and I have struggled with several times trying to apply for grants is the fact that it's a Veterans Memorial Park. We've had some issues applying for grants for that. And in this one specifically, they actually ask how it will impact veterans. And so for the first time, we've been able to actually really explain our intention behind it. So I think that's positive.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the grant request.
Second?
Okay, the motion is second. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Thank
Sam,
you.
Thank you for doing
Thank you,
this.
Sam. The next item is the select board possibly approve the annual spring road posting, and Marshall is sort of dug in over here.
Well tucked in, nice.
You got a desk? You got a desk?
Say something?
So I-
No changes.
So
also,
when
I'll
are you
just ask
gonna
you-
post? When do you
Marshall.
post?
When do we post?
When?
When the road's turned up. So,
Today?
no, it's possible. So when Jess asked me if we wanted to do it, we can start anytime this month as long as you guys approve it.
Okay.
Looking at the weather, we're probably gonna put them out sooner or later. I'll be honest, they probably won't go out till Monday, because there's another snowstorm, if you can believe the weather, tomorrow night. And it seems like every time we put them out, it snows and then we plow them over the bank and we have to pick them back up, so.
It's your fault. You know.
Then we're looking at 60-degree weather. I think we're gonna be in for a mud season like we had for a couple of years, and we didn't have one last year, so I think we're gonna pay for it this year. We got some loggers that are logging in town, 3 different places, and I've met with 2 of them, one yesterday, one this morning. I'm gonna call the other one later when I leave here today to give them a warning that it looks like we're gonna be shutting them down if the roads. One says he's finishing up today, he's done. The other one said he can wait and move his logs after it's done. And the other one, I just gotta let him know, he's aware of it.
All right.
He knows, he just.
What do you mean by that? You tell them to shut down because they're on a dirt road?
Yeah, so the one that I was most concerned about is actually up on Bosset Road. They're logging, they're clear cutting all of Bosset's property up there. And they're working right in, they're, as far as I'm concerned, very disrespectful loggers right now. And they're already working in the middle of the road. And so I went to see them, paid them a nice visit yesterday, explained to them this was a town road. I mean, they're set up right in the middle of that town road. And I did tell them that you can already see when it warmed up last week, you can already see where they're already starting making wheel ruts. And I told them, I said, it looks like by the looks of the weather, we're shutting you down. I said, the select board will post this and then I will let Matt know and Matt will keep an eye on it for me too. We had some trouble once out on the end of the lake. Guy said he was improving their road by making them.
That was pretty horrendous too, by the way.
He ended up with a lot of fines and trouble.
Yeah, that was bad.
And the postings are posted on the DMV, on a DMV website too, so anyone that drives truck knows where to look for road postings.
So are we posting at the bottom of Higley and Lake Pond, because that's paved up to stone?
We post at,
Like the pond.
at the boat launch.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, that's where it's.
So that's stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You're still gonna put the sign out closed, correct?
Okay.
Road closed?
Road, residents only, but it'll be a residents only sign. plus it'll be
That seems to
posted.
work a heck of a lot better than the other one, but.
The only thing is with that one by the bone launch, it always gets knocked over.
It does. People, not only does it get knocked over, but there is people that don't like it, so they throw it over the bank for us. They're nice about it, they throw it all the way down behind the dam.
Tom, you get a good arm.
So I couldn't care. One thing you do living in Wilmington, Vermont, is you don't go to Lake Paponda during mud season. You just don't do it. I mean, that you could sink out of sight over.
It's getting better. It's getting better every year. We're getting farther. and
Some of
farther.
us have to drive on Lake Pond.
Well, like there were years ago, we had a controversy about the school bus. And a family had moved in and they were adamant, this is 40-something years ago, that they wanted, they lived on Stearns Avenue and they wanted the bus to go up Stearns Avenue. The state wouldn't even allow us to do it because they hadn't even widened the road at that point. We were forbidden to bring a school bus.
We are lucky in that aspect. We have no school buses on dirt roads now. A few years ago, they shortened the bus routes up a lot and they only are on the main roads per se. Our bus routes in this town are very short.
That's a good
Good or
thing.
bad, I don't know if you want to call it good or bad, but we don't have one on dirt road. Lake Raponda now is
pretty much, we all know where the house is that Mr. Reed's been working on that we have troubles with. It's all rebuilt from there back to Route 9. And then there's only on the other side of the beach, it goes away a little ways that way. It's all been rebuilt now. So besides potholes, there's only a littler section of mud now. So people still want to use that as a through road. Me and Matt were talking about it the other day with some other residents that live out there full time, that we're starting to see less traffic coming this way, and they're now starting to use Lake Raponda as the bypass the center of town, go Route 9 that way. Just giving you a heads up. We've noticed there's more traffic on Lake Raponda. I'm sure you noticed it.
We're gonna put road spikes down.
Quick question, when they replace the bridge here, that's gonna be a main road in the future, isn't it? Lake Raponda Road gonna be one of the bypasses?
I'm sure it will be.
Not officially, but yeah.
Which road will be?
White Road.
Yeah. Lake Raponda is a class 2 road. So it's by rights has more rights to be. White Road's only a class 3 road.
So it's shorter and it's gonna be used.
Yes, it's a lot shorter.
Well, that'll be heavily used.
Yes.
Well, I guess it's something to keep on the radar for when they do the bridge, when the bypasses will be in mud season, hopefully.
No.
Well.
Yeah, if they're gonna start in April.
Tail end of mud
No,
season.
they're not gonna, well, maybe.
Yeah, they said May.
Well, you remember our paving agreement with the state? We're gonna start the end of April, we'll be done in July. Well, they started in July and just ruined our lives here for the entire end of the summer and fall. It
I think
killed
this
us.
summer, I mean, I think you, remember, it's a 2-year process. They've got to move poles and create, I guess, the stage for everything that they're going to do when they pull out the bridge. So I look at it as sort of a first year will be prep. Then you'll have a month of actual prep on the bridge, and then an implementation, and another month of cleanup, I think. Something like that. But yeah, the question is whether or not they start when they say they will, if that affects our mud season. Remember, I mean, you've got business people saying it's going to affect them. How do you accommodate everything and shorten the window? I don't know. It's good. It's going to be a test of wills that summer, that's for sure.
I have another question, please.
Yes, sir.
On the list of roads to be posted, the third one down is, fourth one down, Chimney Hill roads from Route 9 to all Chimney Hill roads. They're not all town roads, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. When we post that, it's all Chimney Hill roads that are town roads.
Okay.
And the way we post that is we actually put a sign right at the beginning. It's for all dirt roads that are town.
So does Chimney Hill maintain the private roads that they own?
They do, and they actually like it. They're not against it either, because it helps if they're all posted. I mean, it's not legal, but they kind of say, look, we got signs down here. You're not supposed to be on the roads with the heavy equipment. So
And delivery trucks. Some of it's delivery trucks.
yeah. We've Chimney Hill actually makes out. I shouldn't say they make out, but we don't have so much issues with mud season up there as far as traffic. The hills are so steep up there, the mud don't stay up there very often. And that time of year, it's pretty
less traffic.
Pretty
dead.
Yeah, dead.
Yeah.
I didn't want to use that word. Dead.
Thank you.
Another?
We're good.
Motion?
I'd like to make a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the roads to be posted, town of Wilmington, spring 2026.
All right, we have a second.
Second.
We have a motion and second to approve the annual spring road posting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
The next item is, would the select board like to support my nomination to the VLCT, Vermont League of Cities and Towns Board? They are the umbrella to our insurer, which is passive, and we belong to both, but this is for the VLCT board.
Okay, do you want us to put that in a motion?
Or it could just be general consent, whatever you choose.
Well, you know, the motion wouldn't be a bad idea.
That's fine.
And just so you know, Sonia sat on that board for a number of years.
I do know. That's the
Okay.
first thing they told me when I
Yeah.
started.
Yeah. And we never could run the road. Anyway, so it's, I think we'll put it in the form of a motion, just so that we have it in the minutes.
Second.
Right, so I know, all right, so I make a motion that we support town managers.
Or you can make it in the form of a nomination, actually.
Okay. In fact, as you say, you haven't been appointed yet. You're just
No,
nominated.
This is a nomination. That's
Okay, all right. We support the nomination for a town manager to sit as a trustee or board member with the VLCT. All right, second?
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor
I have
say
a
aye.
question before we vote, sir.
I'm sorry?
I have a question before we vote on this.
Okay.
How long is your nomination for?
This is actually for a seat that has been vacated.
Yeah,
I'll not tell you where the town manager was, but
don't care.
something about fraud and.
He's under arrest, yeah.
So it actually will run until October of 2027.
Okay, thank you.
And
It's not permanent.
huh?
It's not a permanent nomination.
No,
It's just till October 27.
I'm filling out a seat. So
Okay.
essentially, two colleagues called me. I'm like Tom Young. I did not look for this, and I have thought about it. And because they asked nicely, and I respect them both, I am going to agree if you want to nominate.
Thank you for your service.
And if they want to appoint me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. So all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Scott, you're on your way.
And Mr. Fitzgerald has agreed to write something nice.
Sure, I did. Yeah. I just did that. Yeah.
Reappointments, number 6, I believe is where we're at.
Wow.
I can read these, or what would you like to do?
Why don't we at least read the names into with the
Energy coordinator is Bob Boyce. Cleanup co-chair is Bonnie Bohan and Anthony Martino. Wyndham County Solid Waste District Supervisor Board is Merrill Mundell. Wyndham Regional Commission Representative is Bob Boyce and Ann Manwaring. Planning Commission is Eric King. DRB is John Gannon. Claudia Hay. Ann Manwaring. And
Oh, no,
No,
so it
I'm
just
sorry.
skipped. So rec is Claudia.
okay, let me, John, so the DRB is Eric King and John Gannon. I'm sorry. Number 3 is Recreation, Claudia Hay. Number 4 is DV Fiber, Ann Manwaring and Gretchen Haverluck. Tree Warden is Marshall Dix. Energy Committee for 3-year terms is Gary Carver, Scott Moore, Marshall Dix, Keith Johnson, Bruce Humanick, and Alex Miller.
Okay. All right. So if somebody would like to make a motion, we'll appoint everybody right now. One motion.
Moved as read and written.
Second.
Like taking shorthand, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
All right. So all the reappointments listed on number 6 on the March 4th, 2026 agenda item. Everybody, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Lots of appointments here, lots of appointments. That's the only time of the year we do this, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you do it individually.
A lot of people.
There's a lot of people that step back up.
Okay. Down to 7.
Veterans Memorial Park. The Select Board to possibly approve a bid for the Veterans Memorial Park, and Christine is here to present that. That's the colorful sheet.
Yes, the very complex, colorful sheet with lots of options. So as you know, this project has been several years in the making, from Walter White's original inspiration to Eric Craven and Bo Doucette putting that into design. We've spent 2 years raising funds and applying for grants to make this conception a reality. We put the project out to bid in January and received 2 bids. One bid was for the full project and the other was just for the pavilion. With only one bid, it has made it difficult to know if this is the best price, but to go back out to bid will most likely mean missing this construction season and possibly higher costs next year. The full project bid was from Saladino Property, whom the town has worked with before on other projects with good results. The initial bid was $488,498.96 to complete everything as it had been designed. Unfortunately, the funds that we have available are $313,152. So we've been looking at ways to try and get the bid down. We are removing the sidewalk for now, as we feel that this would tie into the Beaver Street Wall project and also possibly the stormwater runoff project, which the state might be able to provide funding for the sidewalk. We're also looking to take out the trees and the larger plantings in hopes that we might be able to find funding sources later to put them in. There was also a suggestion to use different material than we had spec'd for the stone wall that would actually save us some substantial money as well. Even with all of those things taken out, we're still at $398,368. Unfortunately, the only way to actually get the bid down to what we have for current funding would be to take out the integral part of the park, in our opinion, which is the pavilion. If we don't build it as part of this phase and wait for future funding, there's a chance the costs will go up by so much that it'll still be out of reach. We're still looking for grants and we'll continue to raise more funds as the project moves forward. I have also asked Saladino to look at the pavilion costs to see if there's any way that they can maybe work with us to get the costs down for that. Anyway, at this point, we would ask the select board to approve the bid for up to $400,000 from Saladino, in hopes that we can get this project done.
Are we still actively looking for donations? Are we?
We haven't been as actively looking. We had tried many different ways to get funds and had some success, obviously. The biggest success was the mailing that we sent out to every property owner and registered voter. But it seemed like a lot of people were kind of tired. Us doing the actual fundraising, and then also a lot of the people that we were asking ended up being the same people. A lot of people gave multiple times. So we have a few things still that we're going to try. One of the things that we had talked about that we haven't done yet was to see if people want to have a family member or somebody that they know put onto, there's a separate stone that we can have engraved with people who didn't actually sign up for a war from here. So that's a possibility that we're hoping might raise some funds as well. But I mean, in some ways, I'm kind of hoping that maybe we can, the 1% fund might be an option that could help us fill the gap for whatever we can't find, either through like the grant that Sam is applying for today. That'll be a big help, obviously, if we get it. And then we'll try to come up with a few more fundraisers this year. But
just refresh my memory, what was the amount of the grant?
$15,000.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's still.
Sometimes it puts you over the edge,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since they started this, and the original estimate was 250,000, which we were shocked at how high that was. But 400, now almost 500,000. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the
2 years?
stones, the stones themselves and the engraving of the stones is a large part of the costs. And when Eric had done his first estimate through Abiotti, he had gotten a price for that, which we thought was going to be a solid price, but when Saladino went back to them now and asked for, to confirm the price, it was substantially higher in some areas. So I'm not sure what the reasoning was, but.
So they're using one of the granite sheds up in Barry, is that what they're using? Or?
I'm not sure where Abiotti would be getting it from, but they were ones that originally were very excited about the project.
Really? Okay.
So.
Is there an alternative to that particular stone carver?
The Saladino said that they had spoken to somebody else that does stonework that they deal with regularly, and it didn't sound like they got any better pricing from them than they got from Abiotti. So
Is the item that we're talking about right now, is that the 119, 164.90, right in the center of the page on the first bid value? Memorial stone installation?
That is, I believe, the stones themselves, yes.
And what are the other options that you've got columns of here?
So the first column is the full bid as they originally presented it. The second column is a few of the savings that they had come up with, which one of the things is with the pavilion, if we let them know by this Friday that yes, we want to go forward.
This is Saladino?
This is Saladino's project. Yeah, this is his bid sheet. There's a reduction in cost if it's not huge, but it's $4,500. That's if we make the decision by this Friday. The stone wall that I was talking about is the 15,000 in the middle. That's switching from the ones that were spec'd to a different type of stone that still looks really good. And then they were talking about doing something different with the trees that would save us a little bit of money, not a lot. The third column is some of those same items, and then includes a few things that we had talked, Eric and I had talked with Josh from Saladino about, changing out the type of roofing for shingles, which saves a little bit, changing the type of footings for the granite pergola installation, changing out for the pavers, removing the trees entirely. And then the last one is the most dramatic, which is removing the pergola completely, and a lot of those same things, changing some of the footings from being granite pillars to sonotubes that would be flush with the ground. The original plan was for granite pillars that would come up, and then the pavilion would sit on those. This is putting the sonotubes in the ground completely and having the pavilion piers go to the ground rather than sitting up.
So just considering that area floods, which is the stronger and best of the two?
Eric felt that either one would be good. He originally had done the granite pillars to have it so that the wood wouldn't get into water if there was any flooding. The section that the park is in is actually more in like the 500 year, because it sits up just a little bit from where the C.C. Haynes building was that did get water during Irene.
It's above the actual floodplain. And remember, we're also trying to coordinate, not at the same time, but it should be contemporaneous to their project, stormwater project, which we hope we can fold a certain amount of the things that they've cut out into that project. And we have some reason to believe that we can, the walkways and things of that nature. But the pavilion is really, as much as the stones are, the pavilion is, I think, a cornerstone of their project.
I should have brought a picture of it, but it's definitely, because the way that it's set up, it's a circular thing, and the pavilion is very much like an anchor to that.
I mean, nobody likes the numbers, but they're not going to get any better. I'm convinced of that. And the other question I'll ask is, when was the last time we built a park, and when's the last time we commemorated our Vietnam vets? I'm speaking for Walter because he's not here, and that's what the kind of remark that he would make.
But be cheaper there.
But one thing I will ask you, I was delighted when the Haynes Hall disappeared. Because you could finally see around that corner, all right?
Yep.
No, I'm very serious, that was been a disaster.
Oh, yeah, and people now can stay on their side of the road easier.
Well, or you can aim
Except
it,
those Uber buses.
although you can see the person walking and you can aim at it before you get around the
That's
curve.
right, that's
All
right,
yeah,
yes.
But so is this pavilion going to block the site?
No, so like I said, I wished I had brought a picture of it.
I
I
actually have
don't
it
think
on-
I have.
I'm pulling up the DRB page.
So, Christine, before you get to the picture, I question with the numbers. and
Yep.
Maybe I'm just confused. So when you go bid value on option 1, so go down to number 6, installation. And so memorial stone installation goes from 119 to 9,000. But the bid only drops 26,000 for that section.
Well, they've added a lot more stuff on it.
No, I don't see anything added.
They've added the plantings further down.
I'm just looking at 6.
You're looking at the 280 versus the 264?
Yeah, that doesn't seem that the number is right. If we went down 100,000, so it looks like it's dropping 15 for the granite
Yeah.
stuff, and then we went down 100.
I'll have to double check with Josh on that.
Because on the
It's one
bottom,
that-
it was only 42,000 less.
Yeah, and what I was looking at was more the red ones as being the ones that had changed, but I see what you mean, the 119 versus.
Yeah, I mean, all 3 of
95.
them, you're dropping basically
Yeah.
over $100,000, but the bids don't change that much.
Yeah.
Right, so when's the starting date on this? I know it's in the DRB here at this point.
Yeah, we went to the DRB on Monday. And we're hoping to start breaking ground this spring. Like
Okay.
late April, early May, maybe.
It's Crystal's case, right?
Yes,
Crystal.
Crystal's handling it.
All right, and there's still 45 days to file an answer on that, correct?
Correct,
DRB,
that's,
yeah.
right, so that's part of why it's probably gonna be, like I said, late April, May.
And there's a appeal period.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll double check with Josh on that. Like I said, there's so many things that we've talked about and they've come back several times with different pieces each time we've had a
Yeah,
conversation.
I just don't see where it gets bumped up another 100 somewhere else. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to check that.
So
Thank you.
what's your recommendation? Which one?
So it's not, our option that I ended up with actually isn't any of this, and Josh from Saladino had said, think of it as an à la carte menu, and that's pretty much like what we did with this. Like I said, we're taking out the plantings, the sidewalks, doing the sonotubes rather than the pillars, the Goshen stone. So it's kind of a mix and match of basically options 2 and 3 to get us down to, if, like I said, if we include the pavilion, we're at the 398. And if we don't include the pavilion, we'd be at 314. So yeah,
Let's
there's
keep the
not.
pavilion.
Oh, so you want a buffer and bring it in at like 400,000 or so.
Well, 398, if we include the pavilion, if we can find funding either through fundraising or 1% funds,
Okay.
that's why I said the 400. I know a lot of times with construction, unfortunately, it goes even higher. We're really hoping that doesn't happen, obviously, but with all the things that keep going on in the world, you never know what's around the next corner.
Okay. We want the project to go forward, obviously. I mean, we've invested in it heavily already.
Yeah.
But either way, would somebody like to make a motion on this?
What do we do?
I'm assuming this was put out to bid for the entire,
Project, yes.
we're gonna do everything soup to nuts.
Yeah, that's what Saladino bid on. That's the way we were hoping to get bids. The only other bid we got was just for the pavilion.
And do we feel like their expertise falls within all these categories? Because here's my thought, things like landscaping, planting and seeding. There's plenty of other
Which we're not even having them do.
in
We're not
town.
even gonna do that right now. It's gonna be a very minimal amount of landscaping.
Yeah.
Because that's something we are gonna try to save on. I know they do a lot of work for, they actually have a contract with like Tractor Supply to do like all of their landscaping. So they do have people that do that.
They do some landscaping for us
They are-
also already.
Yeah, they are hiring out the timber framing for the pavilion. They have a different person that's doing that work. And then the stonework, like I said, is being done by Abigail. So they're kind of coordinating with a bunch of other groups and going to be really just the general contractor and probably more like the heavy moving and then clean up at the end.
Site prep.
Right.
But when, before we went out to bid, we had the price of $307 for the total cost, and we had $313. And we had worked really hard to raise, thanks to you guys and different grants. Now, we did have several local community members that do work in construction, what have you, landscaping, that said that they would donate time, equipment, whatever it may be. And when it came time to put it out to bid, we got nothing.
We heard nothing from any of them.
Which is difficult, so this is kind of like, this is really our only option moving forward. We can't force the individuals that offer their time, equipment, whatever, to move forward with it. And that's really kind of where we're struggling. We were just as shocked at the price. Like I said, we had 307, we figured some increase, but we didn't expect 307 to almost 500.
I know, that's astounding.
I don't know, I hate to see us move moved on, such an important thing for our town.
Well, it's a one-shot deal, all right? And so, yeah, we don't want to nickel and dime this.
Piecemeal it, we'll let it done.
Time and equipment for my business. We have a difference between veterans are more important than our squad. So if there's something that I can assist with, which I've already volunteered for the town community center and the cemetery, perhaps I would do that in a respectful, responsible manner. Assisting in regards to tree removals, tree installations, and grading, seeding, stuff like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so give us a figure.
So,
We'll give you a cap. You want to give us a cap and we'll vote on the cap.
yeah, like I said, I was hoping you would approve the bid for up to 400,000 from Saladino.
Okay, all right.
And again, I'm just so going back to that 119.
Yeah, no, I hear
It
you.
just doesn't foot.
Yeah.
So,
It still has to, it still would have to go into an agreement
Yeah.
and we'd still
but
national.
I'm just saying, but with that 100,000, the number would be certainly a lot less than.
It would, and which would be awesome. I mean, if that's truly like,
Yeah, I just
That's a
don't.
math error.
if it's a math error and that would be awesome. Like I said, I did not go through and add all of
Yeah.
these columns up.
I mean,
to
I'm
make sure
okay
that
with the
added.
motion. I just want to be sure we're not.
Yep,
knowing
no,
that.
my plan, like I said, I'm still working with him to try and get the pavilion costs down too, and,
Because I think
try
with
to
that
find
number
everything we
down, then
can
the rest
to
of the
make it
stuff can
work.
go back and we'll do the memorial stone installation, later.
Why?
yeah.
So,
I'm committed to it, is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
Oh, geez, okay, all right. All right. All right, I'm gonna make the motion to approve the bid of up to including $400,000, of which we may have to close the gap on that from the 1%. I'm gonna put that in the motion for the Veterans Park. All right, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you guys very
Again,
much. We really
once-
appreciate it.
One and done, I guess that's what we want
And
to do.
that's really, I mean, I think having the pavilion done at the same time as the stones will definitely make it more feel like it's finished, so that we can actually maybe do a ribbon cutting ceremony this year, which I think would make a lot of people that have been involved in that very, very happy. So thank you very much. I appreciate it all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Only money, right?
We could spend
All right.
far more on other things.
For the money on summer.
Scott?
The water- the water
We have to go into the water commission?
Can I say one thing real quick?
Sure, yeah.
To everyone on the committee, great job on this project. I know it's been a very long and tenuous project. I'm trying to chase people for money, so great job on the park.
Thank you.
I move we go into the water commission. We have a second.
Second.
Motion is second to go in the water commission. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Christopher?
In the Water Commission, to possibly approve the Castle Hill Water Main Break Project, for which we have, this is housekeeping, but Chris will give you an update and we will get your blessing to pay all the bills.
Yeah, well, as you know, a week ago, Monday, we had a water main break on the bottom of Castle Hill. It was, turns out to be an 8-inch gate valve that cracked, probably due to the cold weather stress. The pipe coming out of the bridge abutment and the frozen ground, and just over time the week gave way. So anyways, that happened early Monday morning, and we fixed it. We got the water back on Tuesday. The road repaired somewhat Wednesday, and so far we've gotten just the excavation bill in, which came to about 23,400, something like that. And then I expect there'll be another 10 to 15,000 in EJ Prescott leak detection and pipe materials to make the repair. Of the $40,000.
How old was the pipe?
That was probably 96.
Oh, was, okay.
Yeah.
We have some pictures that we could show. Chris, yeah.
That's the pipe going through the bridge abutment on the south side of the Beaver Brook. Just on the other side of that abutment, that's the 8-inch pipe that's had the gate valve cut out before we cut it out.
Did you replace the gate valve or is it gone forever?
No, we replaced it.
Okay.
There is a broken one there. Guess with the shadow. It's cracked. You can't quite see the crack. I mean, if you got up there, you could see the bottom part of that valve is cracked all the way through.
I think if you close the participant column, you'll make that picture better.
Say that again?
The participant column.
Yeah.
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah.
So Chris, who did your excavation?
There's the Saladino.
You did, okay.
That's all.
That's the new gate valve, with a couple pieces of pipe and repair clamps attached. So that was getting dropped into the cutout, and the repair clamps slide out. Those are probably $1,500 a piece. I imagine that valve's probably about $3,500.
How old do you think the valve, how old did you think the valve was? You said that project was done in 90s?
96, I think.
96.
That's the new installation.
Doesn't seem like a long time. Is that unusual?
It's actually probably some of our newer pipe. So yeah, it's,
You're thinking some movement there or something along those lines? Hard to say.
it's hard to say, but I'm guessing, winter time, cold freeze. 2 weeks ago, so this was a week ago. 2 weeks ago, we've had, and I've known that we've had leaks going on. We found 3 different houses, vacant houses, with a burst pipe, burst meter, I guess 2 meters. So they're all about 20 gallons a minute or so. I think we have one more out there now. We haven't found, yeah.
This is my favorite picture.
Are you in it?
Everyone's staring, looking in a hole.
6 guys staring in the hole.
Yeah.
I think it was the state.
That's normal
We're
construction
trying
work.
to keep the standard.
So you had Saladino for like 2.5 days, roughly.
Yeah,
And
well, let's see, they weren't, let's see, about, well, when you say half days, they're 14-hour days, I think they were, but so. Yeah, it was a half day on Monday. By the time we got leak detection in and looking around, they came in Monday afternoon. Yeah.
so these guys came out of Barry, right? The leak detection guys
Yeah.
came out of Barry.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, because we couldn't get Vermont Rural to come down to their leak detection, they had very similar equipment. It's a $25,000 piece of equipment that they use. That's why we don't have one. But, yeah, he came down from Barry, but he also stayed for quite a little while, which was really great because when we got everything all excavated and uncovered and knew what we needed, he was right there to call it in and get the parts that we needed and have them delivered. So they were, from the time that we got it uncovered, within 2 hours, we had everything we needed to put it back together. So that worked. You know, you had the guy hanging around, but you know, he paid off when he needed him. So,
He stayed until the water was turned back on.
yeah, just in case there was
Just in case there was
anything else.
How long did the boil order go?
It went, well, we installed like an initial, I said, when we had the break, we knew we were gonna need it. That started on the Tuesday, but people didn't even have, or Monday, they didn't have water, so it went,
Right.
when water was reinstated Tuesday night, it actually went to Monday morning. We had to take bacteria samples on Thursday. We didn't get these, so we were hoping to get the results back on Friday so we could lift it, but it didn't happen, so we got the results back on Monday. Then we went around and did hand delivery notification to all the houses for to let them know. Plus, we had it on the town website.
So the complaints were minimal, I would think.
Actually, yeah, I didn't really get very many complaints.
I only got a
There was lot
couple of phone calls about it.
I had a lot of good support, people driving by, you know, just seeing us there working.
Right.
Pretty happy.
I reached out pretty quickly too.
Yeah, that first night you brought out chicken soup for us, and that was the first thing I ate that day, and it was freezing, so we really appreciate it. Thank you.
It was miserable weather.
It was the coldest couple of days of the week. It's the freezing weather and shifting and
Good job. You had highway there if you needed them. You had wastewater there. if you needed them.
wastewater was there for, because initially we thought the leak was probably a little, or at least I thought the leak was a little further up the hill. That we had a leak on the previous water main in 92 or something like that break, and then where the water was showing, it looked like it was going into a culvert. And led us to believe, or led me to believe that it was further up, so we did some test holes and sewer, wastewater was there to make sure we didn't run into any, you know, break anybody's sewer lines or their water main, or sewer main. And no, it's all pretty well. Marshall was there from the beginning to end.
Did you get some chicken soup?
She offered me some, I didn't eat chicken soup. I said, no. But everybody that had it was very good, and they did appreciate it. It was cold out that night.
So what do you need from us, sir?
Yes, we'd like you to approve any incoming bills. We've already received about $25,000 worth. Saladino was a little more than 23, I think. And we ended up with one other, but so we still have some incoming bills. We'd just like you to approve the project for us, please. It's housing because of the amount of money.
I make a motion to approve the project.
Project after the fact, right?
Yes,
Excuse me?
The project after the fact.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay. All right, yes, please.
Make a motion, we approve the project.
Second.
Pay the Castle Hill Water Main Break Project. How's that?
Yep.
All right. We have a second?
Second.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Chris, thank you for your persistence on
Thanks,
that.
man.
Thank you.
Chris.
Excellent. Excellent.
See what you're gonna miss when you go to retirement?
It won't be long.
Yeah, well, okay, all right.
I'm not gonna.
You know, I've heard that
I'm not gonna
before.
tell you what he said, and I'm not gonna repeat it because I think it might jinx him. Sorry. But you know, I mean, typically water has things on probably in a few hours or no more than a day, and this took a lot of work just to find the break. But they kept at it, and they were out there till 8, 9 o'clock at night in this freezing, awful weather. And my hat's off to you. The thing I did say to Chris though was it was a good learning experience for the folks who've never worked with that, and it was not straightforward. It was not easy. So thank you very much for your excellent work.
Right. Okay, I move we come out of the Water Commission. How's that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Huh?
I have no other business for you other than the executive session, and I will have no town manager's updates, so it's select board
Okay.
comments.
Anybody have any comments?
None at this time.
Pass.
No, pass, okay. No, what?
Great job to everyone last night. I hope everyone made it home safely.
Bill Adams really wanted to express his need for heat in the gym. I mean, that was colder then. It's been cold every single meeting we've ever had over here. Man, it was tough.
Well, last year you had the water running down in the back.
Well, if you order spring for town meeting day, like 43, 50, sunshine, you'd be perfect in that room.
Next year you can have it.
No.
Now,
You should sell Memorial Hall.
how about that? Yeah, you can find-
Memorial Hall is just not, that's just a money pit.
How come nobody?
Yeah, they wanted to save money. Let's sell that.
Well, you know, that would be the film. Well, good. I noticed you spend a lot of your free time at Memorial Hall. All right. We're going to go into executive session here, folks. I don't have my little blurb here with me, Scott.
When the public body has made a specific finding that premature general public knowledge clearly placed the state or municipality or other public body or person involved at a substantial disadvantage, it may go into executive session to discuss real estate in this case.
All those in favor say aye. All right, part two.
We would make a motion to enter into executive session for discussion of real estate with the town manager.
So
All
move.
right, all right. All those in favor say aye. Aye. We are now into executive session. Okay, on that note, but we are out of executive session. Okay, we are out of executive session. It is now 10:25. And with nothing else pending, no one else has anything for the good of Wilmington, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All right, second. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, motion to adjourn and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you all for meeting tonight. There was a lot more work on the agenda than I had anticipated, but just kept coming.
Now we'll make some.
Listen, we would like to find out if you can get